MIB, Men in Black International, starring none other than the God of Thunder from Down Under, Mr. Chris Hemsworth, mate. Also starring Tessa Thompson, Emma Thompson, and Liam Neeson, the most badass man from Northern Ireland. Men in Black International is directed by F. Gary Gray. Okay, Gary. Hey y'all, where's Gary? Oh, I like him. Look, I'm just gonna be straight up honest here. Saw the previews for this, first thought going off in my head is, oh look, it's Thor Ragnarok Part 2. You got Chris Hemsworth, you got Tessa Thompson, they're teaming up in this sci-fi buddy adventure comedy sort of thing. It's like we're seeing another Thor Ragnarok. And I really had zero desire to go see this film, but the more I read about it, the more I thought about it, it's like, you know what, I'm going to give this film a chance. Primarily because of Chris Hemsworth. I like Chris Hemsworth. He's a good man. He is a rarity in the world of Hollywood, a family man, wants to spend time with his kids, faithful to his wife. I want to support the man, I'm not going to lie. That's the main reason I went to see the movie. And then there's that part of me that thought, well, maybe it won't be as bad as the trailers look, because they just didn't seem appealing to me. We've had 3 Men in Black movies already. Okay, maybe they want to shake things up a bit. Let's not focus directly on New York. Let's make it international, hence the international part. Let's bring in some new faces, get some new blood in there. So, here are my thoughts. I'm sorry, well, I almost fell asleep. Not just here, but in the movie as well, many times. It's a massive disappointment, but then again, I wasn't really expecting much, but it still pretty much sucked. I don't blame the cast, and I'll tell you why. It's a real tragedy to see the kind of talent that you have available for this movie, and everything just falls short. Not saying any of them did a bad job, it's just the entire energy in this movie is lacking. The humor tries to work. It tries to be abundant throughout the film, and it fails miserably 9 times out of 10. I laughed a little bit, maybe once, maybe twice. The rest of the audience, about the same thing. It was pretty horrible. The action, there's some good parts, it's okay. But then some of the effects, some of the CGI, because believe it or not, this stuff ain't real. The effects were kind of lame, kind of weak in certain areas. I mean, painfully bad. I'm sitting there going, you know, I can get if the aliens don't look real, but the surrounding areas, if you're here on Earth, it was obviously fake. Sony is just shooting themselves in the foot with this movie. And a personal complaint, they just make Chris Hemsworth out to be the pretty boy dumbass the entire film. I'm sick and tired of going to see movies to where that is the case. Where, all right, we're going to take our leading man and make him a complete moron throughout the film. He's the experienced vet. He knows the world of the Men in Black. And then they're going to throw Tessa Thompson in there, not knocking her, knocking the script, knocking the intention behind this. They're going to throw her in there as a complete newbie, but she somehow miraculously knows how to do everything and how to work all these gadgets and how all these different languages works. And I'm just sitting there going, bull freaking shyster. Now, don't get me wrong, there were a few good moments. There was potential throughout this film. Sometimes it would be going along well. It's like, okay, well, we're gonna finally go somewhere, and then it never got there. And then we'd kind of drag a little bit, and then another part would come up. Okay, well, maybe the film's finally gonna get going, and you get your hopes up, and it kind of let you down, and it just did that for the whole movie. It's like this ride that you think, okay, this is gonna take off. This is gonna be an awesome roller coaster, and it never really gets going. It doesn't get to that speed you want. It doesn't get to that height and that spin. And I mean, you know what I'm trying to say. It had the potential. It didn't work. I don't blame the actors or the actresses. I blame the filmmaking, and I blame the script. What everybody had to work with was weak. In reality, my opinion, the only really great film in this entire franchise is the first one. And it starts with Will Smith and Tommy Lee Jones and the script. The characters, the script, it all gelled and it worked. And that's about the only time. I understand, hey, let's try and see if we can change things up a little bit, bring some new faces in, put it on a global scale. That was cool. Execution. With all of this being said, I'm going to rate Men in Black International a 5.5. It's okay. There's other movies out there that I would say go check out well before this one. Guys, I do want to thank you for watching this, and I hope it has been helpful. If you've enjoyed the review, please leave me a like. That helps me. That helps this channel. And leave me a comment and let me know what your thoughts were. And I'll see you guys next time.